Everybody out temporarily. You're unmuted. Okay, welcome everybody.
Wait, you're muted, David.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
I had nothing to say anyway. I just landed from Atlanta, excuse me, take my coat off here. Welcome to our weekly team call, not much of a voice.
The wolf, what does your t-shirt say?
It says, the wolf is always scratching.
You and Jeff Van Bleckum.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that I'm David Silverman. If you're new to the team call tonight, I'm a diamond in the company, and so is Debbie Wetzler. I'm in Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C., and Debbie is in Colorado, where she just moved. Debbie's my sponsor. Everybody on this call is in Debbie's organization, and many are in my team too, in the downline. And we do this call every Monday to serve a few purposes. One is to welcome new people aboard. Two is to congratulate people that have moved up and advanced in building their businesses. We usually have a product testimonial or two. We make announcements of the things that are going on. We have training, and it's a sense of community. We get together every week because we are a group of pioneers in this. I mean, very few people know that this breakthrough has occurred. We do, and we see what it does. We know how important it is, how real it is. And when we're out sharing it with people, we tend to run into people who are open-minded and some people that aren't so open-minded. And when it's someone we care about and we're trying to share something that's really important and can help them, and they don't quite believe it, sometimes it's a little bit painful to get rejected by someone who you think trusts you and you trust them. And so that's just the nature of this business, and you have to get used to that. But it is nice to get together every week and be together with people who all know how real this is. We're not here to convince anybody. We're not here to try to prove to anybody. We're here together trying to help each other spread the word, get the word out, help a lot of people, and make money. This business is great. We don't focus on making money, but there is a way to do this it's not like just trying to sell product. It's sharing this with people and doing it in a duplicable way so that they can just pay it forward. And you can have a ripple effect across the world and make a lot of money if that's what you want to do, as little or as much as you want. So that's the purpose of doing this call. Sometimes we have guest speakers on. I don't think we have any guests on, any guest diamonds or corporate coming on tonight, but we've got a lot to go through, lots of things going on. I made a list of them. And I think, Debbie, maybe if you want to see if we have any testimonials, and then you want to do the recognition first because there's so many people to recognize from last week.
There's 74 rank advancements from last week. So it's a lot. And we just, first of all, want to literally heartwarmingly congratulate everybody who has done rank advancements, because we just know you're out there telling people about this, sharing this with people, and because of that, you go up in rank, and that's how this happens. The more people you share it with, the more you go up in rank. And so I was astounded to see that there were 74 people that had gone up in rank advancements, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. While I do that, if you will think of, we did not get a testimonial ahead of time, but I've been doing this. I love hearing the new ones because the ones I hear about aren't always up to date and new. So if you have a testimonial, we would love to hear from you. But in the meantime, I will share my screen, and we will go through the rank advancements as quickly as I can. I would just love to start off by saying David Silverman was one of the first people I ever thought about when I was flying home from the launch of the product. And I had heard so many things at the launch, so many testimonials, so much science, so much of the way this company was started, everything, and it just changed my life forever. And so I knew David Silverman for a very long time. He was like a brother to me, and it still is. And because of that, he was one of the first people I wanted to tell about this, because I knew his heart. I knew he loved helping people in a different way, in a very good way, without drugs and surgery necessarily. And so I flew back and told him about it. Well, little did I know that he would really get involved. I knew this could help his father, who was going through some severe health challenges, but he did get involved, and he has touched thousands and thousands of people's lives. And I would just like to, from the bottom of my heart, congratulate him on going Ambassador Triple Diamond, which is one of the biggest advancements you can make in this company. It is huge. And I just would love to say, I love you, and I'm so happy for you. I know this has changed your life, and being Ambassador Triple Diamond definitely changes your life. And just congratulations from the bottom of my heart.
Debbie, thank you. Thank God you brought this to me, and
Yep.
you brought it to me, and you pointed me in the direction of the tools and what to use. And there's no way that, and you support our team incredibly. And I am just so grateful to you and grateful to everybody in the upline and the downline. And excuse me, I was on the Charge Up call on Friday as the business testimonial with Tammy Gates, and I try to convey that. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And the exciting thing is that I really feel like we're just getting started. I mean, it's just the very beginning for all of us.
Yeah, and you've really touched so many thousands of lives, and so congratulations. I mean, you deserve every accolade, and that's just huge. So I don't even know what to say.
That's enough. Go on.
You're the first one. So
thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so I will just start, especially for the new people. Rank advancements are just a matter of getting in touch with people, sharing this with people, and having them decide to go ahead and join you. They don't even necessarily have to do the business. It's not a requirement, but many people decide to share this. So if you signed up 2 people, first you come in as an associate, and then you sign up 2 people, and then you become a director. So we had a few directors last week. Eleazar Riviera is a new director. Jason and Ching Rayon is a new director, or new directors, I should say. Pat Ameter is a new director. Ian Wong is a new director. Vijent Lin is a new director. David Zhang is a new director. And that's it for new directors. So we congratulate all of you, because that's probably the scariest step, is to introduce this to the first couple of people in your organization, because it's very scary to bring up redox in any sense of the word when you're doing this as a business. And then eventually those 2 people have gotten auto ships, and or you've introduced it to more people, and you get 300 points on your right side and 300 points on your left side. You could become a director 300. So new director 300s this week. Karen Jambari is a new director 300. A lot of director 700s. Dorothy Ducrot is a new director 300. Silvani Artus is a new director 300. Vanarath Sam is a new director 300. And so is Mildred Riviera. All new director 300s this week. Gary Dunlap, Avite Kaplan, and those are our new director 300s this week. So we really, I'm sorry, there's one more. Aziz Fu Sim is a new director 300. So all of those we really congratulate on going to director 300. Director 700 means you're taking kind of the business seriously. You have 700 points on one side and 700 on the other, and that is due to signing up at least 2 people, but usually signing up more people. So director 700s this week. Bernardo Lacaba is a new director 700. Matthew Lacabo, Orlando Candos is a new director, 700. Louis and Ria Driver. Jessica Putong. Anand Patel. Randolph Bird. Denley Z. Siti Rohani Mohab Ramli, new director, 700. Yuan He. Yun Gang Z. Lishu Lu. Shania Shannon Ya Tankik Tanakik. Sorry.
I'm loving this. Continue.
I know, exactly. It's my only one I've tripped up on with her. Suali Tong. Susan Kayo. Yang Kayo. Kayleen Z. Younghut He. Lynn Hyo. Juliet Thompson. Kathy Coltero. Nan Wang. Yinlong Huang. Jennifer Chauffleur Virsek. Alina Shang and Derek Chan. Catherine Harrison. Wei Lon Chu. Susan Ignatz. Rebecca Howes. Catherine Schmidt. Tonya Mirandola. Geraldine Lee. Carol Murphy. Dr. Jose Rafael Reyes. Chi Kam Chang. Norris Lai. William Lee. Slu Lon Beatrice Ton. Desideria Montalabio and Angelina Custodio. Those are all new Director 700s this week. That's a pretty big step.
One thing that's exciting is I know some of those names are in Singapore and Philippines, yes, and Malaysia, where I just came back from. So it's pretty cool. They're off and running.
Yeah, they are really understanding what this is and understanding the financial benefits of getting involved. After Director 700, the next level is Bronze Executive, and that's your first executive level because now you've got people that have stepped up to decide that they want to do this with you. And so you have at least 2 Director 300s, you have 2,000 points on both sides, and you also have 200 in personal volume. So we have quite a few bronzes this week also, which is fabulous. Adam Wasson, who I'm so proud of, he's been working very hard for a long time, and it's great to see him as a bronze executive. Debbie Ulrich, another one that has been working for a while to get this done and available to being bronze. Peter Marinakis, bronze executive. Heidi He, bronze executive. Joanne Key, bronze executive. Shan Wen, bronze executive. William Wynn Ellis, bronze executive. Fong L. Shong, bronze executive. And those are our bronze executives this week. That's an amazing feat. I know this promotion that we have right now going on has helped a lot of people introduce this to more and get them using the product and getting free product and about $100 worth of free product. So that is absolutely fantastic. If you're calling people in your downline, that's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Bronze is a big step. Congrats, everybody.
It is a huge step. So I'm not sure. I just looked at this. We have, I think, 1 silver executive, new silver executive. Now, silver executive is when you have 3 Director 300s and you have 3,000 points on one side and 3,000 points on the other side. And that's Sandra Van Martin. Again, somebody I've worked with for a very long time in Maryland. And she advanced to silver rank, and I'm so proud of her and very happy for her. So congratulations for the silver executive.
Congrats.
Gold executive. That's a big step. That's 5,000 points on your right and left, 4 Director 300s, and you always have to have 200 points in volume, personal volume. And so again, somebody who made the decision she called me to kind of go over what she wanted to do and for strategy. And I said, Sharona, this is your perfect week to go gold. And she did. So Sharona Fuderman is a new gold executive.
Yay.
So very proud of her.
Awesome.
For doing that. That is absolutely fantastic. Another new gold executive is Lingfang Shen. And so congratulations to her. That is a huge step. And we're very, very, very proud of her also. So those are the new golds. And then we did have a couple of platinums also.
Yay.
Platinum is where you're really making enough money in this company, usually to go full-time if you'd like to. And that is 10,000 points on your right, 10,000 points on your left, 5 Director 300s. And so we are so proud and happy to welcome Lynn Matthews to the Platinum Executive rank. Yay! And I know she was on last week, and I congratulated her because she went last week, but it's not official until this week. So that's the new Platinum Executive. And then again, I've now congratulated your Chinese Diamond up in New York 2 weeks in a row. I know he doesn't speak English. And then David is really the last one at the highest rank, Ambassador Triple Diamond. That is absolutely fantastic. And we just want to congratulate everybody from the bottom of our heart and say thank you for sharing this with people, because we know the lives are being changed and things are happening.
I just want to say one thing about that. And, moving up in rank, it's not just about sharing it with more people. It's about building teams, and you're helping other people share it. That's what really has you move up in rank. It's not just you sharing it. We all continue to share and enroll people, but when you're moving up, it means you really are helping other people build their businesses, and you're touching people who you don't even know, because they're being brought to you by other people, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 levels down from you. So congrats to everybody who's moved up, especially to the bronze and above levels. It's just really spectacular.
It is. Okay, so I know you've had a lot of people congratulating people on the chat bar. I think that's mostly what it is, but now we'd love to hear some testimonials, especially for the new people who have never been involved with this and like to know what this really can do for people. So does somebody have a testimonial that they'd like to share?
Just go to the bottom left of your screen. You can unmute your microphone if you've had an experience you want to share in the last couple of weeks or help somebody with the product.
And every week we've had amazing testimonials, so please step up.
Deb, I can repeat one if you want.
Sure, Nancy, go ahead.
Okay, so the last 2 Fridays I had a crown worked on in my mouth, like the prep the first Friday, and then the second Friday they replaced the temporary. So after the dental with the prepping work and the Novocaine wore off, I was really sore, so I put the liquid in my mouth 3 or 4 times, tried to hold it in there, and I did the gel out here about 5 or 6 times. And then about 20 minutes later, I saw you on the webinar. I'm like, hey, it's all gone. And then the same thing happened again the next week too. So it was like clockwork.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is fantastic, Nancy. Thank you so much for sharing.
I'll share one. It's very, very interesting. This was an interesting phenomenon. It was in Asia. So we did meetings in Singapore, a bunch in Malaysia, and the Philippines. The Philippines ones, we had 1,000 people at each of the 2. Another one we had about 150. The last one, it was last minute. But people that know the way I do presentations, I bring guests up who have pain, and I have to limit it to 10 because it just gets out of control. Because what we do is we line them up on the stage, facing forward. They're all guests, and they rate their level of pain. They've already raised their hand saying they have it right then. And, we always say that we see 90% of people get results, and we do. I mean, even in the United States, it's 90% of people. I know it's 9 out of 10 people. And when Alan Noble just popped in on the meeting in Singapore, I didn't even know he was in Singapore. I did the meeting and he was in the back, so I brought him up to kind of close the meeting. But he witnessed me doing this, just like Trish saw me do it last year. And she's like, wow, I can't believe you do that. I mean, you take such a big chance that it's not going to work. And I said to Trish last year, I know it works. And I said to Alan the same thing. He said, I would take a chance with one person or two. And I'm like, no, I don't want one or two, because then I got a chance. That could be the one or two it doesn't work on, but I know it's 9 out of 10. But my point is this, that every time we did it, it worked on every single person. And it didn't just drop some people live in the United States, it'll go from a 5 to a 0 or a 10 to a 0, but usually it's a drop, a significant drop, an 8 to a 3. It was almost everybody over there went to a 0. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Nobody could believe it. It was just the most amazing thing. And I don't understand if it's because they're just more open-minded. They don't have as much negativity, or maybe their food supply, they're not as toxic. I don't know. But I mean, like, there were 4 times we did people with frozen shoulders. They lift their shoulder up and they didn't even put it on 3 times, and they're doing this. And one was a medical doctor in the Philippines. Just spectacular. And we should all really be leveraging this. I did it on the plane on the way back. I just did it today in Atlanta. I mean, she's going to sign up. I mean, it is such a powerful tool that we don't have to sit there and try to talk about how it works. It's like, just get it on people so they have an experience. So I just wanted to share that.
Well, I just want to say that a week ago Saturday, we had a big event in Denver, and we had about 15 people up in front. Every single one of them went to 0, 1, or 2 from a 10, 5 to 10, basically. Yeah. And it really is incredible what happens. And I'm surprised that Trish and Alan don't do this more often, because we do it every time. And we also, I think I went over this last week, but we had a man who had, he's Jackie's age. He's 30 years old at this point. His name is Jacob Larimer. And at age 21, 9 years ago, he had a horrible motorcycle accident where he went over head first, hit his head, smashed out all his teeth, broke everything, and was told he would never walk. He was in a wheelchair, never to speak again. Horrible traumatic brain injury. And it knocked out all of his teeth. And when they were going to try to put implants in or get his teeth back in, they said his bone mass wasn't strong enough to hold it. So he was going to be toothless the rest of his life. All I can say is that he found ASEA. He started drinking it. He grew the bone mass back. He was able to have implants. His picture is phenomenal. He greeted us this past weekend, hugging us all, walking. So he's out of his wheelchair, walking and saying, how are you? We love you, that kind of thing. So he is speaking, he's talking again, he's walking. He grew the bone mass back in it so he could have teeth. He was the whole highlight of our whole weekend. So we so much love this guy. He's kind of the poster picture for ASEA. So his name is Jacob, and you can see him on Jackie's Facebook page. She posted him there several times.
Does anybody else have something they want to share before we move on?
I can share something that
Hey, Dorothy.
happened. It was at the end of October. My daughter and new son-in-law came to visit, and I took them to the fitness club here in town, and I was like, Lucy, you got to go with me to a step class. And she'd never done one before, and it was a launch of a new routine, a set of routines. So being myself, I had to show off, and I really overdid it. I was like jumping on this thing, I wanted her to see how athletic I am. And at the end of the class, I was like, uh-oh. And my back, I know I jammed something in my back. And because as the day progressed, it was really hurting. And I had said, if we do nothing else, my birthday was the next day. I said, I'd been saying I wanted to go on a hike, and I got in bed that night and it was bad. And so I was drinking a lot of ASEA and I was putting gel on it. And the next morning, I didn't want to admit that I was hurting to them, but I finally said, you guys, I'm not sure if I can do this, but I kept on drinking ASEA. And about midday, I said, I think I'm okay, let's go. And so we went to this place west of me and ended up hiking it had rained the night before. And so we hiked 4 miles, and it was really steep and slippery. And halfway up there, my son-in-law, who's in pretty good shape, said, you want to turn around now? And I'm like, hell no. So anyway, it felt pretty good, and I still had a few more days to kind of recover, but it was less than a week, and it was really hurting me. But I'm certain the ASEA, putting a lot of gel on it, made all the difference. So
Bounce back quick.
yeah.
Awesome.
I have a story to share.
Sure, Sharon.
Interestingly enough, a best friend of my daughter's, her new boyfriend or fiance, he has an autoimmune disorder. Well, I guess I can say that here, but anyway,
Yes.
where his his joints become inflamed and his body kind of attacks his joints. And he'd been on a medicine that they normally use for chemo, and was injecting himself. And we kind of bonded because we both kind of share this same disorder. And I had mentioned to them in passing to say that you should really try this. You should try ASEA. You should try this product. And so he drank the Kool-Aid, so to speak. He calls it his ocean water. And I discovered that he really hasn't even taken the correct dosing. But within the 3 months that he's been on it, he has been able to discontinue his methotrexate, or his injectable drug. And so he never liked taking that medicine before because it made him so nauseous, which of course is one of the side effects of the medicine. So just this last week when I was talking with Shannon about his dosing, and she'd ordered another one of the new promo packs, discovered that he really hadn't even been drinking as much as what he normally should. And so here's an example of, he was actually had a great reaction. The only thing that he's done different is to drink the ASEA. And they had to go out to Arizona for a wedding a couple weeks ago, and he wouldn't go without it, and which is a huge testimony. And then she started her dad drinking it for his neck pain. So she had ordered the case. So we're kind of excited that once we get these guys drinking even the proper dosing, that not only had her, I actually invited him to be on the call to share his story, because there's a lot of people that have that type of autoimmune disorder. And for him to be off of that medicine that made him so sick for a couple of days that he might miss work or something is pretty incredible.
Yeah, and that's a good testament too, because there are people that say, well, I have an autoimmune disease. I don't want my immune system attacking me more. And this product doesn't work like that.
Right.
The one thing with people with autoimmune disease is sometimes they detox a little bit more. So sometimes we go a little bit slower. So maybe it's a good thing he took a little bit less.
Yeah.
So that's great. Thanks.
That's pretty cool.
Sharon, I'm doing the charge up call on Wednesday. Would he be maybe available to do a testimonial? I would love to hear that story.
Oh, I can sure check with him.
Okay. I'll be in touch then. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Debbie, I wanted to run through a few things. Is there anything that you want to cover before I start hitting this list? Because I know we don't have much time left.
No. Go ahead. That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that Asia was amazing. We talked about it on the Charge Up Call on Friday. If you haven't heard it, go to chargeupcall.info. Going back in March, Debbie might be going also in February. They're hungry for opportunity over there. I mean, they are hungry. They see what this product does. They're like, man, I know about it before everybody else. And I think to myself, it's the same in the United States. I mean, we all know about it before everybody else, but we are going to go back. So if you don't know people in Asia and you're like, well, I don't know anybody. I said this 3 years ago when they announced Asia was going to be opening. You should be reaching out to anybody you know who is of Asian descent. And if you don't know anybody from Asian descent, you better go meet them. For instance, there are Filipinos all over the world, and they're the nicest people I ever met in my life, honestly. And I have this business in Asia, and I didn't know anybody there. You have to understand that. So you have to envision in this business, you're sharing it with people, they're sharing it with people, and somebody's going to know somebody from Hong Kong or from Malaysia or the Philippines. So I'm just saying this because I am going to be going back over there. Debbie's going to be going over there, and we can help you, but you've got to get the ball rolling with people as soon as possible. So in March, that's going on. Secondly, the promo is ending this Friday, where if you buy 2 cases of ASEA, you're getting 2 free tubes of gel and 6 sample tubes. And that ends Friday the 29th. So if you're going to do it and you want to get gifts or you want to stock up or whatever you want to do, that's the end of the promo. It's Friday. You just order that in your back office. And every time you go to log in your back office, you'll see a big banner that comes up about that. Next thing is Debbie and I are looking to do a fly-in for network marketers probably in January. Not sure the date yet, but just start thinking about it. If you have networkers, this is only for network marketers. This is not for someone to come that we're trying to, they're in some traditional business and we're trying to convince them that network marketing is a good thing. These are people that like network marketing and are looking or want to evaluate. And you can qualify to have them flown in for free if they can. There's some thresholds. If they can document they've earned like $10,000 a month for 2 consecutive months in the past 2 years, the company will pay for an airline ticket. And if they can document, and hotel, if they can document they've done 25,000 2 months in a row in the past, I can't remember, 2 or 3 years, they'll pay for 2 tickets. But Tammy Gates hosted one in January, and our group was most of the group, actually. I think it was like 2/3 of the group was there from us. So we're going to do it just Debbie's group and my group, and that's it. I'll definitely be there. I'm sure Debbie will be there. So just keep it in mind. We don't have a date yet, but it'll probably be in January. Next, Tyler Norton is going to be on the East Coast here, January 18th. It's the first time he's ever spoken on the east of the Mississippi. So we're very excited, but he'll be in Maryland. I should have the final contract on the hotel tomorrow. We're going to set it up for 300. It'll accommodate 500. Just have to pray for good weather. I know that people are going to be bussing in teams from north, from south, New York, from Carolinas. We'll have a leadership dinner the night before the event so that people are able to drive in. We're going to do it in the afternoon from 12 to 5 is what it's going to be. And Tyler's going to get 2 hours. He'll do part of his ethos training, and then if you saw Tyler at convention and you've seen the recording of it, you know that. And I'd like to give him the whole 5 hours, but he has to be on a plane at like 4 o'clock or 4:30, so he's going to get the first 2 hours of it. So make a note on your calendar, January 18th. If you're on the East Coast, if you know anybody on the East Coast, that's going to be a big one. Wednesday Zooms. This Wednesday, it's the day before Thanksgiving. We're still doing the Zooms at 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern on this Zoom number for guests and for new associates. We're going to explain ASEA and we answer questions. That's this Wednesday. Debbie and I do those. The Wednesday push play in-home Zooms that we've been doing, there's not been enough people using me, and I'm not going to do it anymore. If there's enough demand to do it, I'll do it in January, where we kind of come in on Wednesdays at 7:50. I mean, we've been doing it at 7:50 in each time zone to kind of close out in-homes. If you start them at 7 o'clock, and then we come in and do a Zoom to kind of just validate and close it out. But I'm not going to do it anymore until January at least. And if there's demand, we'll continue to do that. Otherwise, I know a lot of people in-homes are key, but it's good to always grab somebody to be the person to kind of come in and validate at the end for just 5 or 7 minutes. And we've had several people doing that. Danielle has done it. Sylvie's done it on those Wednesdays. I've done it. Debbie's done it. Carolyn Hoffman's done it. And I just thought it would be, if people wanted to use me, I would do it. I would sacrifice my Wednesday nights to do that 4 different times plus the Wednesday Zoom, but there's not been enough demand. I've done a few, so I'm not going to be doing those anymore for now. A couple more, Charlottesville, Virginia on December 7th. I'll be down there for that event in Charlottesville, Virginia. Have people in Virginia area. New York. I'm probably going to be up in New York in the Flushing area doing events on the 13th or 14th of December. I don't have details on that. Next couple of days I will. So if you have people in New York, or you're in New York, you want to bring people, the details will come out on that. I leave to go to Florida. Wendy and I go down to Florida around the 17th for the winter. And we'll be down in Delray Beach working from there, but we won't be here in Maryland. I'll come up for the event for Tyler, and those are all the announcements I have, Deb. I don't know if there's anything else that you wanted to add. She's muted, or she's not on. Okay. So does anybody does anybody have any questions about the announcements, first of all? Just unmute on the bottom left. Do you have questions about any of the announcements before we introduce new people? I don't want anybody to plan a Wednesday in-home. Well, first of all, it's the night before Thanksgiving this Wednesday, and expect me to be there, because I'm going to put it out on all the different media that I'm not going to do it anymore until possibly January, if people use it. If they don't, it's fine. I mean, I'm totally fine if people aren't going to use it, but I don't want to do it if take the time to do it if no one's there. Does anybody
David, is Debbie doing anything Tuesday at 8 p.m.?
I don't know. Debbie, are you doing your meetings at Tuesday at 8 p.m.?
Yes, I can. Do people still want to use it this Tuesday?
I had somebody who
Well,
was
like
just
I had several people ask me because it was Thanksgiving week and they weren't sure they were going to be able to be on and stuff like that. So I'm happy to do it if people will use it. If they're not going to, I would love to know that also.
Debbie, I've invited somebody for Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Okay, then I will do it, definitely. Okay?
And I will do Wednesday at 9 o'clock, just because I want to keep that consistent. And I want to thank everybody who took that for me. Dr. Hoffman did a great job. I mean, I got such rave reviews from her doing it on Wednesdays. And I just want to say thank you so much to Carolyn. But we do want to have one a week where there's a doctor. You know, it's not, you don't have to be a doctor to do this business. And it's not duplicatable to always have somebody on the phone with a doctor. And you don't need doctors to do this. I mean, but I like to provide that once a week, our team has a place where people can come. If they need to hear from a doctor, then they're going to have a doctor, whether it's me or Dr. Hoffman. We're going to flip back and forth on it, but I am doing it this Wednesday.
David,
Yeah, Sharon.
in regards to your fly-in in January, when are you looking at, is that something we've got to set a date with ASEA, or when do you think you'll have a date so that if we're going to promote that to some people or try to get some peeps there?
Probably early next week we'll have the date. I'm going to try to plan it before, probably before the event with Tyler. So I'm thinking maybe around the 16th or something like that. So I don't have to fly out twice from Florida. I'll just go up and across, but depends on who's going to be a corporate, when they can accommodate, and it's a whole day thing. I mean, it's like it's a morning at the headquarters, then about an hour over at the production facility and a tour, and then back to the headquarters. And it worked really well last time. In fact, one of the people that came, it was in February, they went diamond a couple weeks ago. So
Wow.
We'll get the details out on that, and that's just going to be for our group.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you have a networker coming, then obviously it's good for you to come too. If you can't and they're coming, then you want to get them tied in with three-ways and so forth, so they're familiar with the people that'll be there. But you're obviously, if you've got somebody coming, you're invited to come to it. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, David.
Yeah. Hi, Aim.
How are ya?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
I'd say it's good to see you, but you never have your camera on.
I know, because, I don't want people to see me in my pajamas.
Okay.
So I wanted to see if you could talk a little bit about Envision in March.
Yeah, well, that's obviously a good point. That's the big one. That's what we should all be driving for right now. These Vision events are key. I'm going to be in Malaysia for the Envision event. Asia's event, Envision event, is going to be in KL in Malaysia on the 13th and 14th of March. And North America's one is in Dallas on the 24th to the 26th of March. And hey, people make decisions at events. They make big decisions at big events. And if you're in, look, we don't want to leave anybody behind in this, but we can't do it for everybody. Being at that event is like a non-negotiable thing if you're in this as a business, unless you have a wedding or a funeral. Really, really important to be there. So you can you can register for it in your back office to get tickets for that. And there's only 2 big ones a year that are like this, and that's the convention in September. It's in Anaheim, and 6 months. It's every 6 months. There's a reason for that. There's a rhythm. Is the Envision event, and all of corporate's there. Everybody's there. That's not an international event. That's a North America event. Convention is international. But I'm just telling you, if you want this business to pay you significant income and you don't have stress because of money anymore, I did all these things before I was making a lot of money because I knew where it was going to lead me. And again, we don't do this just to make money, but the fact is, I think most people on here would like to have a lot of money coming in on a residual basis. These are things you really have to do. And, especially if someone has never been to one, because they just can't catch the vision from just on Zoom meetings every Monday night. You got to be there. And those of you who are at convention in Las Vegas know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's palpable. It's a feeling. It's important. It really is. So thanks for mentioning that, Amy.
David?
Yeah, Barbara?
Hi. Are you going to be doing meetings in Delray?
I can. I'm going to be I'll be going to Sarasota on February 1st. There's an event there. I'll be going up to the Land near Orlando with Nancy Scharf. I'll be in Melbourne with Danielle Matthews. That'll be at the end of January. February 1st, I know, is in Sarasota. And can definitely organize some things down in Delray. We've got Tatiana is down in Miami. So, yeah, I'd love to get things going down there.
I have a friend. You'll understand what I'm saying. He's walking with a walker because of a DF. His foot doesn't plant exactly right when he walks.
Uh-huh.
It hangs. And he's tried everything, and I wanted to put him in touch with you. They're in Delray.
Oh, well, don't wait. Here's the thing. Don't wait until I'm in Delray. Just call him and get him on the phone with Amy or me. And people want to know if there are events down there or in different areas of the country. It's so easy to get people on this product if you do 3-way phone calls. By the time I get down there, if he needs me to be there, that's great too. I don't. It's not necessary to do that, Barbara. I'm telling you, you don't have to wait a month or 3 weeks or whatever it is, and then it spills over into January to get this person helped. We can do it beforehand, and then I can meet him when he's already had his results. Just a suggestion.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be in touch with you.
Okay. Happy to help.
Okay, thanks.
And I'm doing a call with Gene tomorrow.
Oh, good. Oh, with Don?
Kirk. Somebody.
Oh, Kirk. Okay.
Yeah.
Kirk. Okay, good. Yep, he's somebody that trains doctors on equipment.
Okay.
So that'll.
Good. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, for me, look, happy holidays, everybody. We haven't said that. We're going to welcome new people aboard, but I'll be working tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'm kind of off until Monday. I'm sure most of you are too. But take the time. I'm telling you, you're going to have time with family and friends, and I hope you bring the gel with you. Don't be caught without the gel. And all you got to do, you don't have to explain anything. Just get it on people. play 3 times in 5minutes.com. It's a 6-minute video I shot, and get people interested. You know, you're going to be with them face to face, people you probably don't see very often. And it's a huge opportunity. Just be bold. Just get the stuff on people. Some will back off and say no. You help one person, their knee pain goes away. The person that backed off will say, "Can I try it?" It's like the movie Cocoon. You know, when they're in the pool house, everybody's jumping around, they're feeling good. But I'm not shy with this gel, everybody. I'm all over it, because it's the ace in the hole that we have, that no other company has, that we can have those kind of results and know that 90% of the time, over 90%, you're going to get a result. I told you, it just happened in Atlanta today. This woman wants to sell this stuff. It happened on the airplane. I got on the airplane to come home from Manila. I stopped in Tokyo and changed planes. I'm sitting next to a Filipino lady, lives in Guam, hardly talked at all. Last hour we start talking. She owns restaurants in the Philippines she's going to sell. She's an accountant in Guam. Are we in Guam? I go, yeah, it's U.S. She goes, well, I might be interested in this. Does it really work? I said, do you have any pain? And she goes, yeah, my hand. And I'm thinking, oh, man, I forgot. I don't have any gel left. I came over with tons. I had one sample tube, and I used it. I hurt my hand on my suitcase, so I had put a ton on my hand like 3 times so my hand didn't hurt. And I'm like, oh, I hope there's enough in here. So I get as much as I can. There's a drop. She puts it on her hand. I was going to try to rip this thing up with my teeth to get more out. I got another drop. She puts it on twice, a tiny bit, and her pain's gone. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. So I don't know if you're to the point where I am. You don't just jam it on them, but I'm pretty bold at asking questions. Uber driver, the stuff works. It's just a matter of then doing the follow-up. You know, you can count on the product to work for pain almost every time within 10 minutes, but you got to follow up with them properly. Okay, Debbie, do you want to do that? Introduce, see if there's new people. Or you want me to?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Yeah, you want to see if we have new people to introduce? We got 10 minutes left, and my
Sure.
voice is about gone.
Yeah, sorry. I am sorry. I've got some very special guests here, and I'm doing both. So anyway, does anybody have anybody new? Everybody's been signing up people like crazy. So do we have any new people?
I do.
Okay, Judy, go ahead.
Carol Stewart, I think you're on as Carol's iPad. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, Carol, let's see.
She just unmuted.
Okay, go ahead, Carol.
Carol, say hello. Hmm?
Carol, are you unmuted?
She's unmuted, but her microphone may not be set up properly because I don't hear her.
Okay.
Oh, she's on an iPad. She can't talk on an iPad.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Carol, we're sorry. We can't hear you, but we want to welcome you to the team. We're so happy you decided to take a look at this and join us. And David and I are here and happy to help in any way we can. So if you can join us on a computer or your phone next time, we would love to hear a little bit more about you and how you became interested. Okay?
Why don't iPads have microphones? They don't?
Say what?
Don't
No, they don't
iPads have microphones?
Beats
It's
me.
in the top, on the top.
It's at the right
Yes, they
next to-
do, David. I'm on an iPad and I
Yeah,
can talk.
yeah, they do. It
Maybe it depends on how old it is too, or
Yeah.
new it is.
Well, or, you
It's
know,
across-
what?
across the top, almost
Okay.
at the middle, right after the 1000.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Judy, maybe you can get her on next time. I think I saw Laura in Singapore. Laura, do you have someone new on? You had unmuted to say that you did.
Yeah. I had Ekid was here just now, but I think he left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you? It's good to see you again.
Yeah, we're good. We're picking up momentum where you left off.
Hey, I know.
Yes.
You guys are rolling. You're rolling in Singapore.
Oh yeah. Hopefully not like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
But I want to just reiterate what you said about the gel. I mean, the flight to San Francisco and back, we were doing that with everybody. Everybody that we meet, we always ask, would they like a massage? I mean, people are always open to a massage. That's one thing. The other one was a recent associate. She just joined, and she had she's up in Penang doing like a 273 kilometers race, and she's racing for 6 days consecutively. So she was just using the gel. I mean, so to people who are fit and don't have any pain and aches, I would ask them, do you work out? Do you exercise? Do you walk up the stairs? What hurts when you do that? And I think Sean Burke was mentioning this at convention, and we were asking him. He says, just put the gel on before the workout, and then, after, ask them what the difference is. So she felt the difference when she worked out. She wasn't even sure she could complete this race. So that was a tough race, and she completed it. Not just that, her teammates were all aching all over, but she's the only person who says, I have no pain and no ache. And it's incredible. Yeah, so.
That's great, Laura. That's fabulous. What a great story. So thank you so much. I look forward to being in Singapore one of these days myself and helping people. Is there anyone else who has anyone new that would love to share and introduce? We encourage you all to get new people on, and just even if they're just product based, that's absolutely fine. They can get their questions answered. They can see that this is much bigger than what you've told them about, maybe. Even though you are all phenomenal, the more you get people in front of other people, the more they see what this really is and how big it is. So we'd like to encourage you to get your new people on. So I guess that's it, David. And
well,
there is a global call. Cindy and Bo Buck are here at my house at this point. They are doing the global call for anybody's team in the next 5 minutes. And it's 850-850-8888. So if you'd like to jump on that, I know Kayleen O'Connor is going to be speaking tonight. She's incredible, and she knows a lot about health and redox molecules. So
I think she's going to be I think she's going to be covering a bit on the back office dashboard and using
right.
it, I think. So it's not a call, it's a Zoom, and it's 850-850-8888, right? Is that what you said, Deb?
Correct, yes, that's what I said. And it is a Zoom, and it's for anybody's team and everybody. So please jump on that if you can.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving for those in the United States.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to stop the recording here. Let's see. Oh, it's still, you're recording it.
Oh, I'll stop it. There we go.